So here's the easy way of solving a Rubik's Cube, and we're just going to go over a quick review. We're doing it by layers, not by sides, although it might look like that to somebody that is not familiar with the Rubik's Cube. But we are doing it by layers. We started off with the edges, we did the corners, we did the edges, we did the corners, and now we're going to do the edges. And this is the more fiddly part. It's kind of annoying sometimes. The move is there's two moves that you're going to use in order to solve these bottom edge pieces, and they're called long and shorts. And what happens is you're going to bring this piece down, and you're going to move it around the cube. And depending on how long it takes, it is going to be a short or a long. So the first thing you need to know, a short or a long will mess up the edge pieces. It'll turn them what way that, I don't even know how it works. I tried to follow it one time and I just gave up. I just know that I can turn it in a certain way and I can get it into a position where I can solve it. And that's what I'm going to show you. So the short, however, it's actually really, really simple. The short rotates, like how we were doing the edge, the corner pieces. We would hold this side, and this side wouldn't change orientation. Well, the short doesn't change this piece right here, but it does depending on which way you go. If you go left or right, it rotates the other three. So in this case, we want to rotate to the left so that the orange can go over here, and the blue will go over here, and then the red will go over here, and they'll get them in the positions that they should be. It also turns them in a fashion, and you'll see that in a second. So the move is actually pretty easy. We're gonna hold it like this. So remember, we still got our top. We're gonna bring the center piece down, and that's just the easiest way to do it. We're gonna turn it over. We're gonna lift it up. So we're just lifting the center piece essentially, even though I'm moving the side pieces, and that's our white piece right there. We're going to turn the bottom twice, and this is why it's a short, because when we bring our center back down and then we turn it one more time, it was a short route for that white piece to go back up. And then we're going to bring our center back up like that. And see, so as you can see, the green did not move, because that's the piece that we used to move around with. But the other ones, they rotated. So you can see the red's in the right position and the right orientation, so is the blue, but the orange is not. Now, this is really favorable because I know how to solve it from this point using the long and short method. And that's what I'm going to show you. So basically what you want to do is you want to do the long. If you can't get it into a position like this using the shorts and the longs, you keep doing the longs and a short until you get it into this position. So what you want to do is we're going to hold it like this, and then we're going to do a short move and then a long move. And the long move is pretty much the same, except instead of turning the bottom twice, we turn it every single time that we raise and lower the middle section. So we're going to hold it like this. So as you can see, the other two sides are the solved ones, and then we have our orange and our green, which are not solved. So we're going to hold it like this. We're going to bring the center down. We're going to rotate to the left. We're going to lift it up. And then we're going to do twice, because this is the short. Bring our center piece back down. And there's our white. Now, what we're going to do is we're just going to keep on going with the long, instead of bringing it back up, because it's just going to come right back down if we start again. So we're just going to continue along with the long. So we're going to bring it to the side. We're going to lift it up. We're going to turn it once. Then we're going to bring it back down. And we're going to turn it again once, lift it back up, turn once, bring it back down, turn once, and our white piece is back to the beginning again. And now, without lifting it up again or turning it again, we're just going to continue on with a short. And we're going to turn it like that, lift our center piece back up. We're going to turn it twice, because that's a short. And we're going to bring it back down. And then we're going to bring our white piece back in. And if you can see, by the time we turn this one, take that center piece back up, we have a solved Rubik's Cube. So that's the method for solving a Rubik's Cube. I think that's pretty much the easiest way that you can do it, and as long as you memorize some of those moves, it's pretty much anybody can learn how to do that. And then there's some fun things you can do with the Rubik's Cube once you have it solved. You can do some things like this, turn all the all the axes that you can, and it makes a nice little pattern like that. And the trick to messing around with the Rubik's Cube once it's solved is that once you have it in a solved state, the easiest way to do some fun things with it is repeat a pattern. That's what I found is if you repeat a pattern, it'll eventually come back to itself and either be solved or have a neat little pattern on it. And one of the funnest ones I like is where you turn it like this, and you push this away, and then you rotate it, and you push this in, and you push this away, and then you rotate it again, and you push this in, and you push it away, and you rotate it again, and you push this in, and you push this away, and you rotate it again, and you keep doing that. You keep pushing away and rotating it until your top is still white, but your sides have a neat little pattern on them. So now if you were to keep doing that from this position, it would return it back to the normal state in using that same pattern. But we're going to do this, and we're going to do it from another side, and we're going to keep doing it again and again, turning it, bringing this down, pushing that away, bringing this in, pushing that away, and oops, that was actually the right way to solve it. Anyway, but you can just experiment on your own, and that's just the way you do it. That's how you can solve a Rubik's Cube, and anybody can learn it. It's the easiest way. Thanks.